Hey everyone, today we're going to be making junk journals. What is a junk journal?
A junk journal is made from items that would normally be junk, like recycled paper, cardboard, and packaging.
They're very easy to make, so let's get started. The first thing we need to do is to make the cover. So I have these two templates here that are going to act as a stencil to cut out my cover of my book. So I'm going to take some recycled cardboard here. We'll open it up flat. So I am going to need a front and a back cover. So I'm going to need to cut two of the cover. I'm going to take my stencil and use my pencil to trace around the edges while using my other hand to hold it very still in the middle. All right, so I have my first rectangle traced here. Now I am going to trace my second one using my non-writing hand to hold the stencil very tight against the cardboard, pushing down against the table, holding it tight, using my pencil to trace around the edge. You might say, excuse me, hands. Let me in here so I can trace. All right. Once I have my two covers traced, I'm going to cut them out. Cardboard is hard to cut, so one tip would be to always keep your cutting hand pointing the same way. Cutting through. And get to a corner to turn your cardboard and continue cutting away from your body. So you keep your scissors hand pointed the same way. Stop, turn the cardboard. I'm going to keep my scissors going the same way. This will make it a little bit easier to cut. So there into the corner again. I'm going to stop, turn my cardboard, and continue cutting. All right, we got one piece cut out. Let's cut out the other one. All right, got my two covers cut out. Now I need to cut out a spine for my book. That will go in the middle here so that I can fold my sides up like this, and there'll be room for my pages in between. So we'll get back out our cardboard. I'll take my stencil, and I'm gonna cheat and kind of line it up with this edge here. So it's one less edge I have to cut. So I'm gonna line it up with this edge, use my non-writing hand to hold it down tightly, and then trace around the outside with my writing hand. Since I lined it up with the edge, I don't need to trace it on this side. So there we go. Got it traced. Now cutting. Remember, keep my cutting hand straight. Cut, and then turn the cardboard. You can even bend it to get it out of the way. But keep your cutting hand straight as you cut out the cardboard. And we'll turn. So I'm going to actually show you, this is kind of a fun box, Fruit by the Foot. I think I'm going to use it as my cover. So if you want to use the outside of your book as a cover, we're just going to take the colored tape. So I want this side to be the outside. I'm going to line up these pieces together. And then you are just going to take your piece of tape and lay it over and tape these pieces together. soften the tape over on the back. We'll cover it up on the back side too with some tape. Now we have it taped. We have a nice cover for our book and a place for our pages to go. Now we could decorate the front if you wanted. If you wanted to write your name, we could add some tape on the edge, kind of to finish it off.
I am finishing the edge of my journal with tape. You could do this if you want, but it's really your artistic decision. You could make your cover look any way you want, add any other details or pictures on the front that you would like.
All right, there we go. I got my Fruit by the Foot book cover all set to go. Okay, similarly, if I wanted to cover my book with fabric, once I have my cardboard pieces laid out, I can grab the fabric that I would like to use. We are going to lay it underneath our book. And cut it out about an inch. Around the outside. We're going to apply glue onto our cardboard. You don't want it on very thick, so we're going to kind of just spread it around here pretty thin. Then we're going to put down some glue here around the edge. We are going to fold our fabric over like this. I folded my paper in half and we'll cut it down the middle. And cover up our folded paper here, our folded fabric, kind of make it a little bit more finished looking. Okay, then I'm going to trace one with the spine template. Okay, there we have our fabric colored journal, covered journal.
Wow.
Now we are going to put the paper inside of our covers. Now, the fancy word for paper inside a book is called a signature. That's usually think of that as like signing your name, right? But that's what they're called. They're called signatures. And if you look at any book that you have at home, you'll be able to see that is how books are made and bound together. If you look very closely at the spine, you'll see groups of signatures put together to make the book. So that will be the next step. Now the magic number here is 6. 6. Can you remember 6? Why is the number 6 important? Well, we're going to be putting 6 pieces of paper into each signature. Ooh, we are so fancy, aren't we? Okay, for signatures, you can pick whatever paper you want, whatever color, lined, patterned. It doesn't really matter for our journal. So I'm going to just start out with 6 pieces of paper. Now, so I have the 6 papers in my signature. What I'm going to need to do is fold them all in half. So I'm going to line them up here, meet the corners, and then we're going to press down along the seam here. And you're going to press down nice and hard. You want there to be a really nice crease there when you're done. Okay. All right. Once we have all 6, we're going to make a paper taco. Here's how you make a paper taco. We're gonna take one shell and we put all the toppings inside, lining up all the folds together to make one big paper taco.
Tacos!
All right, would you like a bite of my paper taco? All right, so they're all together in a paper taco. We've made our first signature.
Woo!
All my pages are here together. Now, I hope you have your little folding fingers ready because we need to do this 6 more times. So you have 7 signatures in total. Let's do it. Hold on. I think I have a problem. I don't know what to do. See, I have these 2 pieces of paper, and when I put them together to make a taco, this one's a little bigger than this one. What do I do?
That's okay, since you're using recycled paper, it could be different sizes. It is just fine like that, or if you want, you can use the scissors to trim them to be the same size.
Yeah, I kind of like it like that. I can just leave it like that? That's fine?
Yep.
Thanks. All right, I've got 7 paper tacos here, but here is the next step. We're going to put our signatures together to make a book. Traditionally, bookmakers sew their signatures together and into the cover to make them sturdy. But sewing will take kind of a long time, so I thought we would use the big old rubber bands to hold our books together, and it will make it a lot easier. Plus, you'll be able to take pages out of your journal or add more pages really easily. All right, you're gonna take one rubber band and you're gonna open up your taco so you have all your pages together. We're gonna put our rubber band around the taco, right? And scooch it right into the fold. It's gonna curl up a little bit like this, but when we grab our cover, we're going to take our rubber band, put it around the cover. Can you see it here? We're gonna scooch, 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 scooch until it is on the spine of the book. The spine is that middle part there. Okay. There we go. You will now see that our signature is connected to our book via rubber band all the way around. Let's go ahead and add our other sections. All right, I finished up my junk journal. You'll see here, I've got all my signatures, all 7 of them held in via rubber band, and I can use any page I want in my journal. Like I said before, you can take out a page, add new pages. You don't have to be afraid to use it. So fill it up. Fill it up with drawings, writings. The possibilities are endless. Hope you enjoyed making your junk journal. Can't wait to see them.